there was a lot that went down this week with the stock market, short selling, and the crypto sphere. It's all about manipulation. It's all about experienced investors thinking that they can use the little man, the inexperienced investor wanting to get a little piece of the pie, you know, build a more solid financial backing for themselves. And the experienced hedge, greedy elites thought they could get away with it again. And an underdog, a little man, a bunch of little men jumped in and said, there will not be different rules for different people anymore. They heard what was going down and they jumped in. So I'm going to play a few clips and from 3 different channels. Very interesting information. Get in the know, guys. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. This transformation into a new monetary asset, getting it used globally. This is a transformation of money, and there's so much going on that you should have your eyes and your ears more opened, and don't feel that other people deserve more than you. So hear me out. These are great clips. I have them set not to waste your time. Let's get into it. Enjoy the video.
The story continues with the pumping of all kinds of stuff, right? So we have the pumping of AMC. Well, AMC is one of them, but we also had
let's see,
GameStop.
Doge. GameStop, Doge. You had Nokia. You had BlackBerry. There was a whole bunch of digital assets that were being pumped. You know, what's crazy about this, and that's what we're going to talk about a little bit more today, is the fact that Robinhood decided to stop trading. Actually, they would allow you to sell, but they wouldn't allow you to buy. And wrong on so many different levels. And we need to get into that, because what is the word of caution to all those that are in the crypto space? We started talking a little bit about it yesterday. We need to talk more about it today. And I think we need to get this thing.
I'll include the links in the description below. They call it pump and dump. People who know what they're doing, they're manipulating the system, but Robinhood wasn't the only exchange that, if you looked it up online, that prevented a small retail investor to buy. And who the hell are they to do that? And now they're going to be questioned by higher authorities to find out why these exchange platforms prevented people from buying in. But the hedge people and the elites, they can do whatever they want, whenever they want. A lot of manipulation going on. Okay, here's another clip. This one's good. They're all good. Listen up.
Yeah, maybe there's more, maybe there isn't. I have no idea.
LOL.
Look what happened with GameStop. I mean, GameStop the other day, and we talked a little bit about that yesterday, where that ended up. But this morning, pre-market on GameStop was $500. What do you think of that?
I think it's all fun and games for now, and everyone's having a good go at it. You know, Doge, LOL. Shurdan says, but it made a big statement as big as Mount Everest. In early days, it was Hertz. Remember that? They were dying. It was not, all of a sudden, Hertz got pumped like crazy. I think that was the first one that kind of flew under the radar a little bit. There weren't really any shorts on it. They just drove the price up, and everybody got out. This time, we had the market was being shorted. They had 130, 40% shorts in there. And, you know, it's like, by the way, you know, Elon Musk, I'm gonna put this tweet up on screen. Let me find it again.
Unbelievable. Pump and dump. They're scammers. It's a scheme. Said Elon Musk posted this.
He says you can't sell houses you don't own. You can't sell cars you don't own. But you can sell stock you don't own. This is bull crap. Shorting is a scam. Legal for investigative reasons. I mean, this is the whole thing. It's like, he's absolutely right about that. You know,
of course you can flip a house, but he was making a point.
one of the things that we're seeing, like with Robinhood, like I was saying a minute ago, that if you wanted to go on right now and try to buy Dogecoin, can't, at least earlier, it was blocked. You want to buy GameStop on Robinhood, they blocked it. But you can sell all day long. And then you saw was it TD Ameritrade did the exact same thing. Someone else I was reading said E-Trade was blocking. Man, in what world are they allowed to do that?
Who gives them the right? Why are they allowed to do that? It's dishonest. It's greed. It's manipulation. It's working the system for certain people to get ahead financially and other people to lose. It's nasty. Now, this is the part I love. Get ready. Listen very carefully to what they're talking about here.
The guy's nuts, man. It's not winning any favors here.
The reason the market is doing what it's doing is people are sitting at home getting the checks from the government, okay? And this fair share is a bullshit concept.
What? You know what?
So the market is going crazy because people are sitting at home getting their $600.
But you know,
I believe it says a little bit more going.
No, you know whose fund is next? His fund is next. You know who's going down next? He's going down. You know he's gonna have to go crying to his Wall Street buddies for more funding. Well, let's listen to the rest of this.
It's just a way of attacking wealthy people, and I think it's inappropriate. We all got to work together and.
Oh, we have to work together, Jeff. You see what's missing here? We have to work together, little people. You are so little and small and minute, and you're minuscule, and you don't matter, and you're sitting home collecting checks, and you're just angry at wealthy people. Wait a minute. I'm sorry, Mr. Elitist. Are we not allowed to participate in life? Is that what you're telling us? That we're not allowed to play by the rules that you guys play by and bend them the way you guys bend them?
Exactly. Those are their rules, Chip. They stacked the rules for years where they're manipulating the markets for their benefit and always stacked against the retail investor, always. And so now you got a group. Hey, we figured out your rules, and these guys are playing by a whole. And the old guard. We've been talking about the old guard a lot. With the banks and the institutions trying to figure out how do they move in the direction of the blockchain, digital asset, and all of that. But man, this was kind of unexpected, man, to see this type of movement. And there's a groundswell right now, Chip. Man. I mean, it's all over the world. And this is just another sign of that groundswell.
And going on there and ranting, not a good look.
Altogether, the reason the market is doing what it's doing is people are sitting at home getting the checks from the government, okay? And this fair share is a bullshit concept.
A fair share is a BS concept, is what he's saying, Jeff. This is remarkable to see one of the arrogant elitists talking down to the little people, telling you're sitting at home collecting government checks. Listen, people aren't sitting at home. They're sitting at home because they were locked in their houses. Their businesses went under because they were told to, right? And then, the same government here in the U.S., probably a lot of other places, that promised things. They didn't deliver on it. We promised if you elect us. Remember in Georgia, they said, if you elect us, you'll get $2,500 checks. Meanwhile, they said, ooh, we're just going to have to rephrase that. Looks like it's going to be more like $1,400 now. And they said, well, we're kind of busy right now. We got other things to do. We got to prosecute this case in the Senate. We're thinking more like March, April-ish. Meanwhile, this guy's going off. I mean, this is crazy, Jeff, this guy.
Does he have anything else to say? Do you have any more? Is that it?
That was the part they pulled out. I mean, it's probably...
That's hard to believe someone's that full of themselves or arrogant or feel that they are actually above other people. I have nothing against the rich. I want to become one of them, and I'm willing to do the time. I'm creating something from nothing. I've made many sacrifices. I've lived without. I've gained better skills. I'm gaining knowledge how to invest in the stock market. Nobody is bailing me out. I don't go running to someone and go, oh, I made a mistake. I need thousands of dollars. Can you help me? Can you bail me out? Oh, I could never live like the little people. Do you hear me, folks? Who the hell do these people think they are? It's about time they get caught. And with all this transformation into getting cryptocurrency to become a global currency, it's all connected. It's all happening. Chance of a lifetime. And keep in mind that those government checks were funded by the taxpayers. Nobody's giving you anything for free. You paid into the system for years. You deserve assistance, considering you were forced to live without and have less than, and to work harder to stay afloat, to stay comfortable. They're ridding the middle class. It's a bunch of BS.
What's important to me is the movement. You keep it's like you keep on. I was joking around with my son this morning. He was messing with me, and he's messing with me, and then eventually I grabbed him and I was tickling him and all, and I said, you know what the lesson is? You mess with the lead dog long enough, and eventually you get bit. Well, that's the lesson of all life. I mean, I was joking with my kid, but that's the lesson of all life. You keep poking and prodding and taking advantage of the large majority of people who, most of which are just out here trying to take care of their family and feed their family. You keep prodding and poking them and taking advantage of them and screwing them for your own benefit. The powers that be is who I'm talking about. You keep doing that, and at some point, they're going to strike back. And I think that's what you saw yesterday. Now, let's look at some more. No, and look, these guys, they have some gall to even be weighing in, because the bottom line is many of them were there during the financial crisis. These were the guys that helped these guys get bailed out, and at the retail people at their expense. These guys, many of the people in the whole story should have gone to jail and still should go to jail, and they didn't pay for anything. I know people in my town, I know bankers in my town who helped to ruin their banks and then were bailed out. And to this day walk around and act like they're leaders in the community when they are nothing but people who were bailed out. I know the names and wouldn't name them, but I know who they are. But they're treated like they've just done everything right in their life, when the fact is that they haven't. and that's what's going on for too long. And you're seeing the millennials strike back. Here, the government can't manipulate this and on and on. But now I think differently. Now that I've been in this for a few years now, and I've observed the landscape, proof of work does not work. I believe Bitcoin and Ethereum proof of work, that what would happen is they could face a revolt of sorts. I believe Bitcoin was gold so that these powers that be could be accumulating gold and silver, and while the money's flowing to these red herrings. Okay, that's just a theory of mine. That's when I go up 1,000 feet and look down, that is what I see from all of this. But the moral of the story is this: digital assets, I believe that was a testing ground. But the ones that actually work, the ones that are interoperable, the ones you can build CBDCs on, are XRP and XLM. And do not forget that. Put what I do, and Brad Combs says this all the time, I put my money beside the rich guy's money, in so many words. That's what I see XRP and XLM as, is putting your money beside you're putting your money. It's an opportunity, has been an opportunity that may be ending. It's an opportunity, it's a tiny window of opportunity to put my money beside the money of the people that got bailed out. To me, that is the ultimate revenge, is to be in that place. That's how I see this. But this right here, I wanted to show you that the ones that actually work, and I think it served another purpose, to float away from gold so that these are prototypes. And I believe that this was, hey, many of you may think this sounds crazy, but this is the culmination of a long time of me looking at this. I believe that those two were created for the purpose of funneling any money that left the, quote, system and float because of people that were angry. And I think it served another purpose, to float away from gold so that these powers that be could be accumulating gold and silver, and while the money's flowing to these red herrings. Okay, that's just a theory of mine. That's when I go up 1,000 feet and look down, that is what I see from all of this. But the moral of the story is this: digital assets, I believe that was a testing ground. but the ones that actually work, the ones that are interoperable, the ones you can build CBDCs on, are XRP and XLM, and do not forget that. Put what I do, and Brad Combs says this all the time, I put my money beside the rich guy's money, in so many words. That's what I see XRP and XLM as, is putting your money beside the side. You're putting your money, it's an opportunity, has been an opportunity that may be ending. It's an opportunity, it's a tiny window of opportunity to put my money beside the money of the people that got bailed out. To me, that is the ultimate revenge, is to be in that place.
Talk about this for a second. So just to recap really quickly. So some regular retail investors belong to Wall Street Bets on a social platform. They all found out that hedge funds were shorting GameStop, right? And it was going to expire in a day or two. And they went in and they bought the daylights out of it, right? And that's what happened. This is nothing any different, honestly, than what hedge funds have been doing every day, all day long, to all of us. That's that. But because the retail investor did it to them, woo, they're not happy. And now U.S. Congress plans hearings on GameStop market pumps. Yeah, while Congress is planning multiple hearings, it is less clear what financial regulators might do. Oh, yeah, less clear. In other words, there's some action needs to be taken here. Yeah, we don't worry about the hedge funds manipulating the market in such a way, because it's exactly what they were doing by shorting GameStop anyway, right? Let's just pick it up from the point that the retail investor won and how we need to stop that part. Yeah, that seemed a little funny on its face too, and that's why there's a couple lawsuits against Robinhood right now trying to get answers as to what actually drove them to stop halting or trading for retail investors. You know, this is unacceptable from Michael Val 5 Links. We now need to know more about Robinhood's app decision to block retail investors from purchasing stock, while hedge funds are freely able to trade the stock as they see fit. Well said, Michael Val 5 Links. Hundreds of thousands watch as AOC takes to Robinhood on Twitch. The Congresswoman from New York was joined by Reddit co-founder Ohanian, I believe it is, and other guests for a conversation about wealth and power. Let me tell you something. You know, you saw wealth and power flex yesterday, and it was Wall Street. And I'll tell you something, it's very, very disappointing, because this is true also. No one is playing by the rules. That's what you need to know. And financial analyst Mr. Whale reported on January 28th that Google removed as many as 120,000 negative reviews of Robinhood, pushing the app's rating from 1 star to about 4 stars. Now that is just, I mean, that's everything working in tandem, isn't it? That's the social media platforms, giants working together to make sure. I tell you what, seems like somebody doing a scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, right?
I feel that people who don't work for it and who expect to be taken care of with their hands out, they don't deserve the kind of success that a retail investor like me and an entrepreneur like me, who's building something from nothing, who's taking action to change her financial standing for the better. I feel some people don't deserve it if they're just looking for a handout. But if you're someone who's gaining more knowledge, training themselves to invest wisely, learn how to have their money work for them, if you're someone who's taking action to better their financial position, you deserve what many other wealthy people have gotten all these years. It just, I mean, I know some wealthy people that don't deserve to be wealthy because they don't know what it is not to have. They don't know what it is to sacrifice. They've always had a backing of being comfortable and taken care of. No real financial worries. You hear me, folks? So I'm not saying, I should have made myself a little more clear. There are people out there that don't deserve it, but they put themselves in that position. But there are many out there who do deserve it, who do deserve to live the lifestyle of a wealthy person if they're willing to, learn and do what it takes to get there. I hope you found the video interesting. Be careful. There's a lot of manipulation going on. And don't allow people to continue to hold you down. Because eventually, like that digital asset investor said, eventually people strike back and they get ahead. I'll include all the links in the description below. Have a good one. Bye-bye.